Okay, thanks everybody for coming. My name is Noel A. Booker Sr. with Business Credit Builder. And what we do at Business Credit Builder is help businesses build business credit and access funding. Okay, who's that? Okay. And today we're going to talk about how to get Amazon, Dell, and Walmart business credit cards without a personal guarantee. All righty. Okay, whose mic is that? Can y'all mute that? Can you mute that? Is that Christy? All right. So let me see. If y'all can hear me now, if you can find the chat box, please put in the chat box your name and the type of business that you operate. All right. That way we get to see who's in here. All righty. And we're going to get started. Okay, so my name once again is Noel A. Booker Sr., CEO of Business Credit Builder. Now notice at the bottom there are two buttons. The green button is how you get a free guide on how to build business credit. Okay, you just go to that link right there, businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. Okay, the other button is how you can get a free business credit consultation. And what the free business credit consultation is when you want to talk to me about the services that we provide. Okay. And at the end of this presentation, there will be a turnkey solution that will satisfy all your business credit and funding needs. Okay. Well, let's get started. Business credit. Well, what is business credit? Business credit is credit you can get in your company name. The credit is linked to your EIN number, not your social. Since there's no link to your social, there's no personal credit check to get approved. You can also get most business credit without the business owner supplying a personal guarantee. Okay, here goes the benefits of business credit. There is no link to consumer credit. No personal credit check is required, and accounts don't report to the consumer agencies. There is no personal guarantee is needed in most cases to build business credit. Credit limits are 10 to 100 times higher than with consumer credit. You can build business credit and get a good score fast compared to personal credit. Okay? Having business credit increases the value of your company. And to build business credit, you won't need financials or collateral for approval to build business credit. Let's get started, all right? So in getting started is what I call the credibility. And the getting started piece of building business credit, which is setting up your business properly and credible in the eyes of the lender, is the most important step. Okay? It's the most important step in building business credit is setting up your business correctly. Right? So we're going to go over those points. Okay, so credit issuers and lenders can deny you just based on your business name. This is because some industries are restricted and credit issuers and banks won't lend to them. Your name alone can allude to you being in one of these industries. So choose your name carefully and try to make it as general as possible, something that might not reference your industry. Okay. So I tell people to make their business name as simple as possible without special characters and without the DBA is my suggestion, okay? Getting started, choosing your name. It's very important that you use your exact business legal name. Ensure your business name is exactly the same on your corporation papers, licenses, and bank statements. So when you get your business name, you're going to the Secretary of State in the state that you reside in. And when they send you a certificate that your name is approved, then this is how you want to, when they send you the certificate, they'll have your name and address on it. And this is how you want to list your name and address exactly how it is listed on this certificate that the Secretary of State provides you, okay? Exactly, right? Every punctuation, every dash, every dot, whatever's in your name, you want to spell it the same every single time you fill out an application or use your business name any place. Do not abbreviate, do not miss out special characters if you have some, okay? That's very important. Getting started, setting up your entity. When you select your name, they will ask you to select an entity, okay? What you need to know is, in order to separate your personal liability from your business liability, you must choose an LLC, which is a limited liability corporation, or a corporation. If you select a proprietorship or a partnership, then you are personally liable for whatever happens with this business, okay? Setting up your entity is what allows you to do business legally with your state and federal government. It is an absolute necessary step. An entity can build business credit. Any entity can build business credit, okay? Okay, getting your EIN number. Now, I'm not going to talk much about the EIN number because most people know about the EIN number. And if you have any more questions about the EIN number, you can ask me. But this is what you need to know. Mute your mics, please. This is what you need to know about the EIN number. One, you need an EIN number to build business credit. You cannot build business credit without an EIN number. And two is that it's free. That's what you need to know. You go to irs.gov and you fill out an application. It takes you about 15 minutes. And they give you your EIN number right away, okay? So setting up your bank account. So once you have your certificate from the Secretary of State and you have your EIN number, then you can go to the bank and get a business bank account. With an entity set up and your EIN number, you can set up your bank account. This is very important next step, and credit issuers and lenders will look at your bank account setup date as the date that you truly got started. It's important to get this done right away. Most banks only require you deposit $50 to $100 to start an account. There usually are not any other setup fees, okay? There are a couple of important things to know regarding setting up your business bank account. If you've had issues with your bank accounts before personally and are listed in check systems, you can still set up a business bank account, even with the same bank you had issues with. If you owe the IRS or others money, they cannot pursue your business bank account to get money you personally owe, okay? So this bank account for your business is totally separate from you, an individual, okay? Eventually down the road, when you go to the bank loans to get a bank loan, they will look at your bank rating to make the decision on whether or not they will lend you the money. Now, this is for down the line when you go get an SBA loan or a loan from the bank in the name of your business, okay? The rating is an internal bank credit score they issue for your business. You should maintain a balance of $10,000 for 90 days straight in order to get a satisfactory bank rating. Your bank manager does not know your bank rating. This is how it works. When you go to a bank, you fill out an application for a loan, the bank manager takes your application and submits it to the underwriting department. At the underwriting department, they are looking at your bank rating to determine whether or not they're going to give you this loan or not. I wouldn't go to a bank unless I had $10,000 in the bank for 90 days straight. Otherwise, you'll have a bad chance of getting approved. Okay? Okay. Set up your address. Okay? Your business address. When applying for business credit, ensure you use a real physical address. You can't use a P.O. box or a UPS address. Most definitely cannot do that. Okay? If you don't have a business address, do not use your home address. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna adjust that. The home address is the last resort. There are three options. The first option is to have a brick and mortar. This is like a storefront, right? This is the best situation, a storefront. But most people, they can't afford a storefront starting out their business a lot of times, right? So the storefront, you must have a place that you can accept packages, okay? The second option is to have a virtual office address, okay? There are many companies all over the world in every single city that offers virtual business addresses for as low as $50 a month, okay? And the third option is your home address. And this is the last resort. There are no other options because you cannot use a P.O. box and you cannot use a UPS office address as your main business address, okay? Okay, so this is what I use for virtual address. Da Vinci, you can go to this website, businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, and you can see instructions on how to order a virtual address with Da Vinci for as low as $50 a month. Okay. Mom, busy. Okay. That's my mom in there. Okay. She bothering me. Okay. So Da Vinci, if you go to this website, there is a telephone number for you to call. There is a person to ask for, and there is explicit verbiage to ask for the right address. You go to this website, the instructions are right there. And this is important because you have to have your address correctly, right? So virtual office companies that give the same address to 100 different companies is not what you need. You need to have a unique address. You know how you go up into Google and you start putting in your business you start putting in the address and then it automatically populates. Well, that's how your business address has to be. It has to be unique to your business. And what Da Vinci does is they have a form that they fill out and they send it to the post office. Then and the post office sets you up a unique address for your business. Okay. So Da Vinci, that's my go-to. All right. Let's see what's up in here in the chat box here. We got Jasmine, Amazon product business. All right. What you sell? You sell stuff on Amazon, huh? Okay, that's what's up. Michelle is a consultant, and Christy with Snatchman Towing. All right, she got the towing service going. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you there. Okay. Okay, so the next step here, we talked about getting your name, your entity, your EIN, your address. Now we're going to talk about your phone number. You need a unique business phone number. Mom, busy. Okay, so unique phone number, okay? This has to be a dedicated telephone number for your business. It has to be a local telephone number, okay? You shouldn't use a personal phone, a personal home phone, or a cell phone number on your applications. This is a definite do not do, okay? You must use a real business phone number. A voice over IP or a phone number is okay. Okay, this means you can use a phone number from a place like Freedom Voice that is a virtual number and forward it to your home number or your cell phone number. Okay. Ensure you also get set up with a toll-free number, and ensure you get a fax number. Okay, so the local number is necessary. The fax number and the toll-free number is not so necessary, but this is how it goes. That local number, right, you have to register it with the National 411 Directory, okay? And when you do that, it attaches your address to your business name, okay? So this phone number is local. It has to be listed, right? That's a necessary thing. You cannot, it's going to be hard building business credit without this telephone number listed. Okay, that's one of the first things they're going to be checking. Now, when they do check it, and they will check it, they're going to see that you got your number listed, and they're going to be like, yeah. And then if you have a fax number and an 800 number, now you're looking more credible to the lender, okay? Not a necessary thing, but you're looking more credible. So I tell my clients to have that 800 number and that fax number, because now you're looking more like you can pay a bill. And you don't have to actually be able to pay a bill. You have to look like you can pay your bill. Okay. All right. And that's how they think. Okay. That's not how I think, but that's how they think. All right. So I want you to know it's important to understand what's on the mind of a lender when you're filling out this application. And on this application, they're going to decide whether or not they're going to approve you from this application or not. Okay. So you have to have this stuff on the application just right, so you can get automatic approvals. And that's what we set you up for. When you follow my instructions, we set you up for automatic approval. Okay. Ensure you get set up with a toll-free number. Okay. Freedom Voice is my go-to. Okay, check this. Okay, so any three of these companies will work: Freedom Voice, Vonage, or Ring Central. Okay, but my go-to is Freedom Voice, because they'll give you a local telephone number for as low as $9.95 per month, and they will list it for $3 a month. Okay, they will list it to the National 411 Directory for $3 a month. Okay, they will also give you a fax number and an 800 number for under $20 a month. All right, Ring Central and Vonage, they start at $25 a month. And also, when you get these accounts here, all three of these, they set up your business telephone to make it sound nice and professional, because you can set up different extensions, like press 1 for sales, press 2 for customer support, and stuff like that, right? So they make it nice and professional. Okay. You need a website. You need a website for your business, and you need a business email address. Okay. Set up a professional website that looks good and describes your products and services. And set up your professional email address, such as your name at yourbusinessname.com. You should not use a free email service like Gmail or Yahoo. Definitely not. Okay? Definitely don't do that. Okay. Licensing and listings. Ensure your business has the proper licenses required for your industry, county, state, and federal government. You won't get money or credit if you're not properly licensed. Also, ensure your name is listed properly and exactly the same on all of your documents, including bank statements, utility statements, and corporation papers. Okay. You also have to get your DUNS number. Okay. You have to apply for a DUNS number with Dun & Bradstreet. To start building your business credit, you'll need a DUNS number from Dun & Bradstreet. D&B credibility is not Dun & Bradstreet, and they will try to set you up to sell you a DUNS number as part of a package, but you don't need to buy this package. The DUNS number is free, and that's what you need to know. The DUNS number is free. It takes about 30 days to get your DUNS number. And in that time, after you apply for your DUNS number, before you get the DUNS number, they will call you and they will email you and convince you that you need to buy something. And the products that they have are good products. But the products that they have only affect Dun & Bradstreet. They do not affect the other business reporting agencies, such as Experian and Equifax. Okay. So you don't have to buy nothing from them. All right. The DUNS number is absolutely free, and that's what you need to know. Okay. Okay. Grab your business credit reports. Building business credit is all about trade lines. Okay. Now, in this presentation, it says payment experiences, but I like to use the term trade lines. So wherever you see payment experiences, we will be using trade lines. Okay. A trade line is the reporting of an account to the business bureau. Okay. So this is how it works. What a trade line is. A trade line is this. You go to a business and they give you an account on credit, right? So then you go buy something on credit. That means you have the item and they gave you an invoice, right? And then it's time for you to pay for this invoice. So this is what happens when you pay for this invoice. This company, they send a report to the business credit reporting agencies of their choice, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, or Equifax. And the report that they send to the business credit reporting agencies is XYZ company has an account with us. Their limit is X amount of dollars, and they made a purchase. And they paid that purchase off in X amount of days. And that report goes to the business credit reporting agencies. The business credit reporting agencies then put that on your business credit profile. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one trade line. Now, you can go back to that same company and make more purchases, and they call that experiences. Okay? Any questions about what a trade line is? Any questions about that? No, y'all can raise your hand. You can open up your mic. You can put it in the chat box. Because, you know, the trade lines is the most important, is like, it's the building blocks of building your business credit. So it's very important. And I want you to understand that. Okay, so cool. No questions. We're going to move forward. Boom. Okay, grab your business credit reports. Okay. So it's important to get access to your business credit reports. Because when you go get these trade lines and you make these payments, you want to look at your business credit reports to make sure that these vendors are reporting your payments timely and accurately. And they don't always do that. Okay? So you have to be on them by tracking your business credit reports. Okay? See, these companies, they're in the business of making a sale, right? And the after sale activities, they don't put much money into that. Okay. So this is something that you will definitely have to do. Access your business credit reports so that you can, one, you need to know what's on your credit report before you fill out an application. Okay. Because when you fill out an application, they're gonna look at your business credit report. They do not have to ask you permission to look at your business credit report. So if you're filling out an application and you're saying I'm a business, they're looking right at your business credit report. They don't have to ask you permission. And when they deny you, they do not have to tell you why they denied you. That's why it's important to have all this information on the application exactly right, so you'll know that everything is correct and you can get automatic approvals. Okay. So we've talked about the business credit reports, right? Also, the three major business credit reporting agencies are Experian, Equifax, and Dun & Bradstreet. Okay. When you have these accounts, this is something you want to ask them. Well, who do y'all report to? Okay. And those are the answers. Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, Experian. Okay. Whoever's mic is, I got you, Monica. Boom. All right. So bust it. Grab your business credit reports. You should be monitoring your credit through Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. You can go to their sites directly to enroll in their credit monitoring. And you can save money when you do business with my company and we help you build your business credit. I have a situation that will save you money. These companies charge you about $100 per month each, and you need all three of them, okay? You need all three business credit reports. Each one of those companies will charge you about $100 a month. When you build business credit with my company, we charge you $25 a month for all three, okay? So we save you a little bit of money there, okay? Make sure you get vendor accounts first, okay? Now, I like to say in building business credit that building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step, okay? There's no skipping steps, all right? Once you know your business is set up credibly, it's time to apply for new business credit. When establishing business credit, there's actually three types of credit you can get. There's vendor credit, starter accounts that offer net 30 terms. And net 30 terms means when they give you credit, which will be a little bit, and you buy something on credit, you need to pay the total balance in 30 days. Hence the term net 30, okay? There's also store credit. These are revolving credit cards available in retail stores. And there's cash credit. revolving credit cards such as Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Now, you just can't jump to store credit. You just can't jump to cash credit. You have to go step by step, okay? You have to get the vendor credit first because those set up your business credit profile. When you get to store credit, they need you to have credit already on your business credit reports. Otherwise, they will not give you an account, okay? So no skipping steps. You got to get the vendor credit, the starter accounts first. And that sets up your business credit report, okay? The biggest mistake entrepreneurs make when building business credit is that they try to apply for store or cash credit first and skip vendor credit. But stores and banks will not approve a business owner for credit until their EIN, credit profile, and score are established already, okay? If you try to apply for store credit or cash credit without an established business credit profile and score, you'll be denied 100% of the time. Okay, get vendor accounts first. You must get approved with vendors first who offer net 30 terms. Then after you use those accounts and pay the bills, then the accounts get reported to the business credit reporting agencies. Then and only then will you have an established business credit profile and score. Once your business credit established, then you can start to get approved for store revolving credit, okay? Is there a question up here? Let's see what we got here. I have a secured card with Wells Fargo, but I don't have any vendor accounts yet. Will they also report to DMB? Wells Fargo used to be on my list of vendors, starter vendors, right? But now they are not on my list, okay? I don't know why they're not on my list. Maybe they stopped reporting to the business credit reporting agencies. I don't know. But I've always had bad experiences with Wells Fargo anyway, right? And so you would have to call them, call Wells Fargo and talk to them about your account and ask them who they report to, who they report your payments to, all right? And what was your question? Will they also report? Yeah, I don't know if they are reporting, right? So you have to call them and ask them if they are reporting, and if they are reporting, who they report to. If they say TransUnion, then that's not the right one, right? Okay. All right, they're gonna call and ask. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, I will call them or show up on the reports rather. I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, that's how you find out if they report, okay? And if they do report, then you'll be pulling your business credit reports. But also know that Dun & Bradstreet, they will not give you a pay debt score until 3 vendors are reporting, okay? Or the vendors you typed in the message before. Let's see. Oh, I have net vendors such as Quill, Axle Fuel, Net7, Wex. I paid Wex and Quill so far, and I haven't used the rest. And also have a NAV account, but neither reported yet. How long does it usually take? Okay, those are good vendors. Quill, Axle Fuel, I'm not sure. I don't know about Axle Fuel, but every vendor you ask, who do you report to? Do your report, right? And also, it's a good good question to ask them is, when do they report? Okay. Quill does report. Okay, so, and how long it takes, this is how long it takes. It takes some time. Okay, this is what it does, right? So when you know what day they report, most of them report at the end of the month, right? So when you make a payment, you can expect them to hit your credit report about 45 days after. This is the general answer because every company does this differently, okay? But generally 45 days after, okay? That's why you need to have access to your business credit reports so that when you make these payments, 45 days later, you're checking your business credit report to see if that payment showed up, okay? Okay. All right, so you got that. All right, cool. All right, let's move forward. Bet, I'm glad I can answer those questions. Okay, starter vendors. Okay, you must start a business credit profile and score with starter vendors. Okay, on this slide, I got all vendors on this slide. So what I plan to do was go right into my portal so we can see what starter vendors are on there right now. Because my starter vendors, we have a team that all they do is check starter vendors and see if they're qualified to be on our system, okay? Which means that they're a legitimate business and they will actually report your payments, all right? So let me see if I can get this on my screen. Okay, ooh, I might have messed that up. Let's see. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. All right, so you should be able to see this now. Okay, now we build business credit in 4 tiers of vendors. And this is the first tier as of today, because these vendors change, right? So this is the list that I have today, which I normally don't share. So check this out. Uline, 76, Murphy, Come and Go, Creative Analytics, the CEO Creative, Wex, homegirl got the Wex, right? Granger is a good one. Advanced Auto Parts is a good one. Supply Works, that's a Home Depot company. Pilot Flying J, Wilmar, and these are starter vendors. Barnett, that's an easy one. That's usually my first one now. I used to have a different first one I go to. It used to be Strategic Network Solutions, but they don't report anymore, okay? So they do change. Barnett is my go-to, my first go-to now. HD Supply, that's another Home Depot company. Marathon and Hardware Express, that's also a Home Depot company. So let me go into one of these two so you can see what information we give you when we help you build business credit. Because we give you the underwriting guidelines. So if you do this on your own and you ask a company, what do I need to get approved? They're going to say, fill out this application and I'll tell you if you get approved. But we give you the underwriting guidelines so you'll know if you're going to get approved before you fill out this application and start wasting your time, okay? So look at Barnett, right? We give you all this information for every single vendor that we have, right? So Barnett, they got a telephone number, their website. They report to Experian, you see that? They sell, the description is a Home Depot Pro formerly Barnett, Powers, Pros, and Get More. You know, they sell everything that Home Depot sells. Okay. Special note: Barnett, Hardware Express, Supply Works, and Wilmore are one entity, each offering different products. Please only apply for one of these 4 accounts, right? So you can apply for one and then a few months later apply for another one, but that's the basic deal. And these companies do not accept virtual addresses, so that's important to know. All right. To qualify, this is what you need. You need an entity in good standing with the Secretary of State. You need an EIN number with the IRS, the business address matching everywhere, a Dun and Bradstreet number, a business license if applicable. You need a business bank account. You need a bank reference, meaning they want to know that you have a business bank account, or a bank reference, a trade reference, right? They want you in business for at least 1 year, and you must have good Experian business credit score. They may ask to pay upfront for the first purchase or 2. Virtual addresses are not accepted here. Now, I heard about that one. Virtual addresses not being accepted. What is new is that you must have an Experian business credit score.
No, no.
Okay, so special note, Barnett and Hardware Express are one entity. Yeah, we already mentioned that. So you can apply online and fill up the credit application form and send in via email. Okay, they got telephone number. So every vendor, we give you this type of detailed information. Okay, that's how we do it. Okay. So back to the slides, right? Any questions so far? Any questions? No? Okay, we're gonna skip over these starter vendors because we went over the starter vendors. Okay. Remember, you'll need to get 5 vendor accounts to start getting store credit. All right, so the goal now is to get 5 starter vendors. 5. All right, preferably 3 at Dun and Bradstreet, 1 at Experian, and 1 at Equifax. So find the credit you want, apply without using your social, and get approved. Start using your credit and pay your bills early. Yeah, that's what you need to do. All right. Do not use your social when applying for these starter vendors. When you see the place for your social, you leave that blank and you put in your EIN number in the place where they ask for your EIN number. There is no law requiring that you put in your social, okay, for these starter vendors. Okay. That's what you need to know. Okay, vendor accounts. Here are the steps that are essential during the process. Find the vendors you want to get approved for, the ones you'll use the most, or the ones that report the quickest. Apply for those vendors. Keep in mind you'll need to place a few orders first to get approved. For some of them, they might ask you. To place a few orders before they give you the net 30 account. Uline does that. Okay, Uline I know does that. Do we have another question? Monica has a question. Thank you for clarifying that, because I was told that is not correct about putting an EIN number. Yeah, there's 2 different situations with that EIN number, right? Well, the social, You don't put your social on the application, and you put the EIN number, okay? Now, if you have an application that has a place for a social and there's no place for an EIN number, you got the wrong application, okay? You need the business application, okay? All right. And make sure you spend at least $50 on these accounts, because some vendors do not report payments under $50. Okay. All right. Let's see. Once you use your accounts, pay your bill as soon as it's available. Your Dun & Bradstreet score is completely based on when you pay. And your experience in teller score is primarily based on this also. So the earlier you pay, the better your business credit scores will be. So pay your bills early so you can, all right? So pay your bills on time and early, all right? Basically, make sure they're definitely paid on time, all right? Finally, monitor your business credit reports and watch the accounts get approved, get reported, okay? Allow 30 to 90 days for them to report and contact the vendor if for some reason they don't report. Once you have 5 total trade lines on your credit report, then it's time to move to revolving store credit, okay? You need 5 net 30s before you can get to those store credits, the revolving accounts. Get revolving store accounts. Once you have 5 payment experiences reporting, next you can start to secure revolving store credit cards for your EIN. Keep in mind, all applications will ask for your social security number, but you will not need to provide your social security number. Okay, there's a change. In 2018, there was a new law. For these revolving accounts, now these revolving accounts most likely finance their credit accounts through a third party, such as a bank. In these instances, they are required by law to identify who this person is. So the revolving accounts will ask you for your social, and you will have to give them your social. Now, there's fine print, right? So there's these revolving accounts that will provide you an account without being a personal guarantor, right? And those, they will ask you for your social, but they are only identifying who you are. Some of those revolving accounts do require a personal guarantee. So on your application, there is fine print, usually in legal terms. So you have to read this fine print to determine, am I putting my social here as a personal guarantee, or are they identifying who I am? So if I've had clients to call me and say, hey, take a look at this application. What is this? And you have to read this fine print, and it's usually in legal terms. So be careful, all right? Most retailers do offer business credit as well as consumer credit. Staples, Office Depot, Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, Radio Shack, Best Buy, you know this is old, right? Radio Shack, Best Buy, BP, Chevron, Amazon, Shell, and most other stores do offer business credit. Some sources like Staples and Home Depot might have more stringent approval requirements and want to see big revenue amounts, and they want to see that you have 3 years in business, okay? So that's one thing about these revolving accounts. Sometimes they do ask you for stringent requirements like that. When you do business with us and we help you build business credit, we'll be going over that stuff and you'll know which ones to apply for, which ones not to apply for. But most sources don't have these requirements if you have business credit established, okay? So the idea is building up these trade lines on your business credit report. The more trade lines you have, the better. You cannot go to these revolving accounts until you have 5 total on your business credit reports, okay? Well, let's go over Dell. Dell, they sell computer and computer accessories. They report to Dun & Bradstreet. They're looking for a 75 paydex score or higher. An 80 paydex score reflects that you pay your bills on time. So get approved, and so to get approved, you'll need to have your vendor accounts report, have an established profile and score with Dun & Bradstreet, and have your bills paid on time, okay? You should also be in business for 6 months to get approved, and they will typically then ask for your personal guarantee. If you're not been in business for 6 months, then they'll ask you for a personal guarantee. Since you spent 90 days, okay, so that's just saying the time right there. So, you need to be in business for 6 months in order to apply for the Dell, okay? And that's pretty good. You really should have multiple accounts reporting to Dun & Bradstreet with good scores. If not, they'll want to see your personal credit score for approval. They will ask you for your company name, your date of birth, your mother's maiden name, and ID numbers, including your driver's license number and EIN number, okay? To get approved, you can also call 800-999-3355 and ask for the commercial account department. This is for Dell, okay? This is a revolving account and not a net 30 account. Also keep in mind, they usually issue very high limit accounts. They will also match your current limits. So the higher vendor limits that you have before applying, the better you'll be, okay? And that's for Dell. Here goes Amazon, right? Amazon. Amazon.com, y'all already know what they sell. They sell everything, right? And they report to Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, or Equifax. To get approved with no personal guarantee, you must have an EIN number and be in business for 3 years. But you can get approved not being in business for 3 years, depending on the quality of your business credit profile. So if you have, before you apply for Amazon, if you have a good list of trade lines already being reported, you'll be in a good situation, okay? If you're new in business and have little or no PG, no trade lines, they will ask you for a personal guarantee, okay? But initially, don't give them your social. Well, I already told you that you do have to give them your social, okay? If you were to, okay, we'll skip over this page. Okay, credit limits are usually between $500 and $2,500 for Amazon. All new accounts will get a call back by Amazon to verify authenticity. They will call you, they will call probably from their underwriter, which is GE Capital, okay? This is a true revolving account and not a net 30 account. And here goes Walmart. Walmart, they sell everything also, right? Just about everything. And they report to Experian or Equifax. To get approved, you should have business credit established with both Dun & Bradstreet and Equifax. Your paydex and your paydex score with Dun & Bradstreet should be 75 or higher, reflecting that you pay your bills on time. Okay. If you have enough multiple paid as agreed business accounts reporting, meaning trade lines, paid on time, you should get approved without a personal guarantee. If you don't get approved due to lack of credit, then they give you the option of applying with a personal guarantee. To get approved, you'll need to apply in the store or through a fax. And this is a revolving credit card, not a net 30 account. Once you have 10 trade lines on your business credit report, then you can start getting cash credit cards, meaning business credit cards such as MasterCard, Visa, American Express. But you need 10 trade lines on your business credit report, okay? Cash cards are those issued by Visa, MasterCard, Amex, and okay? And these are credit cards you can spend any place, pull cash off the credit cards. You can use these credit cards as down payments for property, all type of stuff, okay? All righty, so make sure you check out my blog. It has a bunch of information, okay? And you got my social medias here, all right? Don't forget to get your free guide on how to build business credit. And if you want to talk to me about how I can help you build your business credit, you schedule a free business credit consultation by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. Do we have any questions before we end today's webinar?
How do I sign up for your $25 a month credit monitoring?
That's for my clients, so you can schedule a free business credit consultation.
And can you put that in the chat box? The link?
Yeah. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes.
Okay, it's right there, but I'll type it as well.
Well, oh, okay, I see it. Free the consult. Okay,
Yeah.
I see it. Never mind, I got it.
I'm gonna
And
type it.
for a client, we gotta tell a client means that we're paying you, you're doing a certain, like, what do you mean? And do I have to be a
So the services that we provide is like, we help you build your business credit. We're like a consultant. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to do to build your business credit, okay? I have two different programs, right? The first program is what we call the core package, in which with the core package, you get your own control panel that you log into, right? So you log into your control panel, and the control panel helps you go through every single step. And we went into the control panel when I showed you those vendors, right? And I'm gonna do another webinar that's gonna go into those vendors, right? But when you're in the core package, you got the control panel. And we're gonna go through every single detail of building up your business credit in the order that you need to do it, okay? So for instance, one of the first questions that they ask is, do you have a business name? And you say, yes, I have a business name. You put your business name in. Let's say you don't have your business name yet. Then they'll give you instructions on how to build your business, how to get your business name. There'll be a video on how to get your business name. And if you still can't figure it out, then there's someone you can call or email and help you. So when you're my client and we're helping you build your business credit, you're doing it with our help. You're not alone. Every single step of the way, we're right there with you, okay? You can always ask questions. There's no stupid questions, right? So we help you every single step of the way. So in this process, we build business credit in 4 tiers of vendors. Each tier, we give you about 15 vendors. And we'll say, pick 3 of these. And then you'll go pick 3 of them. You'll set up those accounts, make a purchase, pay it. Then we pull your business credit reports. And we go over your business credit reports with you. We teach you how to read your business credit reports. because the business credit report, they're not so simple. Because like, for instance, they don't list your account with Home Depot. They list it in categories, right? Categories meaning it'll say for your Home Depot account, it'll say home and garden, right? So they'll categorize it. So you have to know how to read your business credit reports. So that's what we do. We help you read your business credit reports. So then when we see that you got those three, then now with the advisor will say, okay, you can go to tier 2 now, all right? So we take you through the 4 tiers of vendors. And then when you build up your business credit, then you talk to the finance team. And the finance team has hundreds of legitimate lenders that have different programs, all right? So they'll match you up, because every business is unique, will match you up with the best situation for your business. The money is there. We just have to get you qualified. And that's what we do with building up your business credit. We're getting you qualified for lending options that we already have existing, okay? And that's the core package. The core package goes for $29.95. You get $500 off because you're in this webinar. And if you act today, I can give you a super discount, okay? So if you act today and call me today, I'll give you a super discount that you cannot even refuse, okay? But basically, you put $1,500 down, you pay 6 months of $165.
Can you put your number in the chat, or is this not on this right here?
I can put my number in the chat.
Okay.
There we go. All right. So make sure when we end this, just call me and I'll give you the super discount. I call it the homeboy hookup. Right? I'll give you the homeboy hookup, no doubt. All right. Cool. Oh, did that go in there? I meant to put that in the for everybody to see. Let's do this. Boom. Now everybody can see the telephone number, right? Okay. And all my contact is at the top of this too. Let's go to the top of this. I don't know why the contact ain't down there. Okay, but there goes my contact information as well with my email address. Okay. So that's the core package. I have another package that's not so expensive. It's a building business credit program. It's a one-on-one consultation with me. You put it's $995. You put $400 down and make 3 payments of $195. Or you can make a single payment of $750. That saves you time and saves you money. Okay. Do we have any more questions? I know I went fast through a lot of this stuff, so you can. There'll be a replay of this on my YouTube, and on my YouTube you can check out a lot of other webinars that I've done already. Okay. Any questions before we get out of here? Monica, I know you got a question, Monica. Yeah. We got something up here in the chat box. Has this been useful? Was this useful information, or did I waste your time? No questions. Deidre says, thank you for investing your time today. Thank you very much. Monica says she thinks she's going to get the service. Very useful information. I appreciate that. Yeah. So the service, because I tell you, what to do in these webinars, right? But the service helps you streamline your efforts. So you're not wasting time, not double thinking stuff. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do. And that's the benefit for using our service, is that we're not going to waste time. You can do this on your own, but when you come across a situation, first it's going to take you some time. Sometimes it took me 3 to 4 months to even figure out that I had a problem. And then it takes me about the same time to fix the problem, okay? So we know how to identify the problem. We know how to fix the problem. Okay. And that's the best benefit to using a consultation like my company, Business Credit Builder. Okay. Mahogany says, very interesting, valuable information. I appreciate that. Jacqueline says it's awesome even. Okay. So I appreciate that, y'all. And make sure you check out my YouTube. And there's a lot of information on there. And my blog got so much information. Just go to the website and click on the blog button. All right. All right. If there's no more questions, we're going to end the webinar. Any more questions? Last chance. We good? All right, everybody. I appreciate y'all's time and effort coming out, checking it out, right? And success to all y'all's businesses and everything. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good evening. Thank y'all. Yeah. Once again, y'all have a good night. Peace.